All right, are we actually live or not? I'll find out in a second. It's one of those fake starts it gives me. See how this goes. This is way earlier than I normally do. All right. What's it doing? It should be starting up here any second. There we go. And we are live. Hey, everybody. It's Jason Blaha here. Thought I would sit down and do a live for you guys and gals a little earlier than usual. Give you guys a forearm shot first. Got the veins on point as usual. Quick reminder, as soon as you get in here like this, follow me on the Facebook fitness page. It would be greatly appreciated. Engage all my videos and content there. Kind of briefly cover a topic for you guys and gals, and then we will get into your questions and answers. And we're going to keep this simple. There's a lot of stuff I'm just going to get rid of all the nonsense in these lives. All right, alcohol. There's no redeeming qualities to it. Sorry, the data is pretty conclusive on that. People can argue about minor studies, but the thing is, the WHO has put out all the data showing, look, there's no safe amount of alcohol. It is poisonous and dangerous in any amount. Even when you find medical articles that try to discuss it in even a remotely positive way, they still remind you it's bad for you. Like I've had people in debates on social media, they'll link an article and it'll be from wherever, John Hopkins or something. It'll be one of those places, but then they say in there, it's still an alcohol, it's still poison, and any health benefits you could get from wine, you could get from eating grapes, all of them without the ethanol and the poison in it. So you don't need to start drinking if you don't drink already. You know, it's stuff like that. Then we go into the addictive nature. People are like, but it makes me feel better. It's a depressant. It's been shown to increase depression. It's been shown to increase all these issues, right? It's problematic. It causes tens of thousands of deaths every year in the U.S. in accidents, right? Intoxication deaths on the highways is an enormous killer in the U.S. It's something like 20 to 30,000 people a year, just in the United States. And it's a real problem. Then we get into the domestic violence, all the other things. Like alcohol has no redeeming qualities, right? It's the only poison or drug that you have to explain why you don't use it. If anyone noticed that, also you get into social settings because of the social acceptability, everyone's addiction to it, that it is the only drug that you literally have to explain to other people why you choose not to partake. You don't have to do that with cocaine, heroin, meth. Like you don't ever have to do that. You don't have to go to social settings and say, oh, no, I don't partake in that. And they say, well, why? Do you have a problem with it? You know, you don't have to do that with anything else, just alcohol. All right, so quite a few people in here watching. No comments, no engagements, no likes yet. Probably need to get on top of that, guys. Let's start getting some questions going. I get that this is earlier than I normally do them. I was up working on stuff. I'm like, let me just knock this out so I can get over to other things. So I try to do a live every day now. Some of them are later than others, right? Some are later than others. But unless people are going to chime in, which we're waiting still, training went good today. You guys saw everything. I'm actually noticing, I feel like today I'm a little waterier in the waistline. You know, but the shoulders and everything were looking better. You guys see the screenshots and stuff I've put up so far? Like the delt separation, delts are getting rounder. So all that's coming along. I mean, I'm pretty happy overall with the training. Obviously, I would like to get leaner, but I also am trying to recomposition as I do it. So I'm trying to make sure that we are making progress and making gains as we go, and I'm successfully doing that. So I will take it. But let's, again, hey, Timothy, could you give me a like while you're in here? It'll help with the outreach and get more people in here. You asked a question. If you would please do that. Thank you so much. Timothy said, thanks for helping from last week. Jason, I watched your videos with my dad before he left me. Timothy, I'm very sorry to hear that. Nothing I can do to help you with that. I'm very sorry that you have that situation in your life. Again, nothing I can do to help you there. But again, most unfortunate. I feel bad for you. But that's okay, man. You know what? Life is going to get better. right? Hopefully you talk to the teachers and everything at school about the bullies and everything. Again, always, when anything bad's going on, man, always go to your teachers, go to an adult. That's what you need to do, okay? But again, I don't want to talk about that much more because it's really, my channel is not geared towards younger people. But I can appreciate the situation that you're in. All right, let's see if we can get some people with some training questions and other stuff. Okay. Well, so far, that's about it. So I guess we'll go back and we'll talk about the training, the benching. Funny enough, I had someone in the comments earlier, they're like trying to say, oh, your strength is down and you don't know how to add weights. They saw 315 on the bar and they're like, it's 270 because they counted 645-pound plates. And I'm like, oh my God. And I'm telling them, dude, trolling used to mean something. And they're like, I'm not trolling. Your strength is going down. It's only 270. It's like, guys, everyone who lifts is kind of would be laughing. It's like people have, I don't know where people come up with this stuff. I don't know where they come up with it. That you wouldn't count the bar when the bar is always counted. Again, it takes all types. We see some interesting people come through the lifting world, but some stuff people just don't know. I try to be understanding with those things and assume that people are fairly new sometimes, and maybe they really don't know that a standard Olympic bar, standard power bar is 45 pounds, and yes, you always count it towards the weight, whether it's competition or the numbers you put up online, unless you have a bar that weighs something different. Like I have my squat bar is 55 pounds. It's also a meet legal bar, right? It's competition legal bar. So the Texas squat bar is 55 pounds. All right. All right, man, you guys are just not engaging today. So I guess we'll go back over and further discuss alcohol. But yeah, I take a very pro or very anti-alcohol stance here, right? And I don't think everyone understands that when they get into some of these lives and they make pro comments or say, you should have a drink, I hold a very, very negative view of alcohol. Due to a lot of my personal life experiences, and I am very, very biased against it. And I'm just going to be frank with that. I'm not going to be convinced by anyone to ever have a favorable view of alcohol. I don't think it has any socially redeeming or health redeeming qualities, and the world would be better off without it. All right, Fambuku Sam says, when will the name calling within the fitness industry end? It seems like everybody likes to call each other names, like a bunch of kindergarten kids. It's the nature of it, right? It's the nature of it. I used to do plenty of it myself. Keep that in mind. What you're accusing people of, I used to do. I've tried not to do it so much as time has gone on, right? I've tried not to do it, even though it drew a lot of views when I did. It drew a lot of views, but at the end of the day, if we're going to talk about a maturity thing, you got a valid point, right? You got a valid point. But people do it because they get views. I got views when I did it. Other people know that when they call people out, all people are going to chime in for the drama. And it's unfortunate because this should really be about informing people and helping people, but it's that entertainment end. That's really what it is. That really and truly is what it is. People do it because they get rewarded for the behavior, And so as you as the outsider looking in, who's not been inside and dealt with that and seen the difference, people are literally rewarded by the followers for that behavior. That's why they do it. That's why you see the drama and the name calling so much, because literally the viewers reward it with engagements, with likes, and it gives money to the people who make the content. Like they're literally getting paid. They're earning money for it. So that's why you see so much of it in the industry. Okay, it's not they're doing it to be kindergarten kids. They're doing it because they are financially rewarded for the behavior. They're getting paid to do it. Scott Humphrey says alcohol is bad. You have to be strong to say no to alcohol because it's everywhere. Yeah, it really is. But once you get used to saying no, it's not that you have to be strong. It's that it's frustrating when people don't respect that. It's when the people are pushy. Just like, I mean, in comments, I've had people be pushy about it or try to explain to me how, well, they think it's fine of mine, I should have it, or they enjoy cooking with it. And I'm kind of a dick to them about it. Because it's, again, the exact situation you have where when people struggle with alcohol, what happens? People who are still addicted to alcohol and use it, they don't like that, and they try to push it onto those people, right? Because they have their own issues with it, and they don't like that fact. They don't, man, someone else is pulling away from their addiction. It makes them feel bad about themselves. 10 says, hello, Jason. Hello, man. How you doing? So, what else we got going on, guys? Let's get a few more likes in here. Let's get those likes up. Timothy, I don't know what your age is, but I don't remember my life so much back then. I can't really, I mean, you're asking me questions about stuff that's probably a million years ago. How's your shoulder feeling nowadays after getting heavy pressing? Scott, I don't have any issues with it, right? Shoulders are feeling phenomenal. I think a big part of that has to do with the frequency that I train. Doing the body part splits once a week, something I've had to admit has worked wonders for my joint health. Okay? It's worked wonders for my joint health. I'm not overtraining certain things anymore. But yeah, my shoulders feel great. Lee Haney or Sergio Olivier? I prefer Lee Haney. Are hammer curls necessary if someone wants to develop arm development? No, they're not necessary. It can be a useful tool. The fitness community by nature is full of people that hold extreme points of view and criticize others just part of their framework of thought. I mean, there's truth to that. I mean, I hold relatively extreme views myself, is what it is. And I think it does go with the nature. I think people who are drawn to the extreme side of fitness, which I obviously, we're going to tend to be extreme people, absolutely. Sam says, does stopping short of lockout provide more benefits in terms of time under tension? I don't think that it actually does. I don't think that there's a direct, I think it's literally personal choice, right? Samantha says, food is my addiction, so I bulk too much. There's definitely truth to that, isn't there? Right? Definitely truth to that for a lot of people. Omi says, I'm glad I don't have a taste for alcohol. I have an addictive personality and probably would be laying in a ditch if I got hooked on something. Yeah, man. A lot of people out there like that, unfortunately. Right? 10 says, do you think low volume and high frequency can be optimal for natural lifters? No, I don't think so. Me personally, I don't think it's optimal. Coach, since you're more bodybuilding right now, could you make a video on Nick Walker retiring from bodybuilding? It seems he's having health issues from the gear use. I might have to look into it maybe. But meaning, because I may be doing more bodybuilding doesn't mean that I care about pro open bodybuilding so much. That's still a death cult. Fubuku says, is benching 4 or 5 at any body weight impressive? Yeah, I'm going to say, unless you are maybe well over 300 pounds, and we could make the case, maybe not. But generally speaking, a 405 bench should be considered impressive no matter what. But again, maybe if you weigh 350 or 400, not so much. Which doctor says, Jason, is an edible after training once per week really so damaging to health? No, it's the smoking that's a problem. No, I don't think it's likely to be a problem, right? If anything, some people seem to get recovery benefits, right? Some people get recovery benefits from Lexazone. I personally don't see a big issue with that. I don't think it's probably problematic. But again, I don't have enough data to say for sure. But I'm going to lean in the direction probably okay if it's legal for you. 1010 says Nick Walker blasted many years. And smart moves to quit while it's necessary. Probably so. Guy says, Nick Walker looks like a nice family guy. Hope he's doing well. Yeah, I don't know enough about the guy. Boo says, what's the best cardio for heart health and how much per week? It's not a set number. Timothy, absolutely not. Due to your age, I absolutely am not going to coach you. Sorry. I'm not even going to entertain the idea of that here publicly just because of craziness out there. No, especially with your dad not around. The only way I will ever coach anyone who is a minor has to be through their parents. And it's just that simple. That is the only way. I'm not going to let them apply. I'm not going to take any sort of contract or agreement from them. I'm not going to communicate with them. It would have to be through their parents contacting me and their parents being part of 100% of all communication. That's just the only way it would even be a consideration for coaching. And I have done that before because I'm friends with someone who her son, was getting him ready for college for sports, hoping to get him a scholarship. And that's how we worked it. She applied. She was present for all video calls, all communication, right? And it worked fine. But other than that, no, it never happened. But at your age, it's never going to happen. No, sorry, Timothy, I'm not doing it. Just because of your age, no, I'm not coaching you. Sorry. All right. Simona says, what's better, 7 sets chest on one day or 1 set chest every day to failure? I would definitely, absolutely say 7 sets on one day without even hesitation. What else we got? Boo Mansour, what's the best cardio for heart health and how much per week? I think we already covered that. There isn't a specific. There's no data giving you exactly how much you should be doing. Some we could argue the different benefits of different type of cardio. Just do something would be my advice on it. Just find something you can do regularly that you enjoy or you can engage in for cardio. And that's what all you really need for your heart health. The rest of it's going to be lifting. It's going to be good diet. Hey, Timothy, and I hate to do this, but man, because you're posting in here and talking about your age and stuff, I probably need to go ahead and trim you out of these live streams. Just for purposes of my algorithm and my channel, because my channel, I literally have put in all my videos a disclaimer that I do not make content at all for minors. And I'm not trying to upset you or be mean, but I probably need to go ahead and remove you from the streams. And it's please don't take it the wrong way. All right. Okay. 1010 says, what's your view on the PD? Dude, I'm not even going to address any of that craziness. Fabuku says, I know a certain somebody online who benches 405 on Instagram. The guy looks like a regular chubby guy, but puts that much weight on bench. Impressive stuff. Okay, yeah, that's cool. Somebody says it's the same sets and same volume. Honest question, why is it better doing it all one day? You're going to get a much larger training response. Your joints and tendons are going to have more time to recover. Okay. All right. Omi says, do you think standing desks are worth the investment for those who sit all day in front of a computer? Maybe. I don't know about standing desks. I don't know if I buy into the whole idea of the standing desk, especially if they reduce productivity. I mean, I've worked at a company that did that before for a lot of the stuff for some of the employees, but not all of them. I don't know that I buy into that necessarily. I mean, because again, you're supposed to be productive at work. You can do other stuff outside of your work day to be active. 1010 says it's better to keep the politics out. Yeah, I don't run a political channel. I don't really prefer to talk about a lot of political issues. It's not really what I do here. I mean, and I don't hold extreme political views these days. I'm really more of a moderate person. I have my topics I care about, but I'm not a super political person. I'm just not at this point in my life. And so, because of that, I certainly don't want to stand around talking about it online all day. It's just such a minor part of my life. I mean, I have plenty of friends who care about it 10 times more than I do. But I think people obsess over it. All right. Why do we only have 5? How many of you are asking questions that aren't even doing likes? Come on now. Also, link this again. Get follow on the Facebook fitness page. It would be greatly appreciated. All right. Yeah, stream's going to be probably a little slower today, guys. This is earlier than I normally do them. Our gripper is good for forearm hypertrophy if done to failure. We could debate that. I did not have a lot of luck doing them, and I do own like 3 different Captains of Crush grippers. But I've used them and things, but I don't find that they really help that much. And look at my forearms. I don't use those things. I don't need them. I just didn't have the best luck doing them. Compared to sitting and fidgeting, standing up burns more calories, can be helpful. Well, Omi, I guess it depends on what you're doing. But the problem is you're talking about at your work. Is your job at your work to produce and be productive and make money, or is it to burn calories? That's the point we're talking about. Are you going to be more or less productive in your ability to make money and do your job? Kind of an important consideration. Coach, how much screen time do you have per day? I don't know. Oh, he says, I mean at home, not at work. Well, I guess it depends on what you're doing. But a lot of people today aren't at a computer desk. I mean, they're oftentimes on their phones. But again, we come over to, if you're doing lifting and doing daily cardio, are you worried about it? Oliver says, look at those veins, 100% TRT. So having veins means that you are in the normal testosterone range, is what you're saying. Oliver, what you are saying is that vascularity like this is indicative of having a perfectly normal healthy testosterone level, because that's what TRT means. You might want to rethink through your statement. Tendon says, Bicephalus looking good, Jason, thank you. What supplements do you take at the moment? Fish oil, melatonin. Okay, I don't take regular fish oil. I take extra strength. I take whey protein, and I take melatonin. Lars, I don't care about the weirdos. We're not talking about them today. All right, Joe Jags, how fit do you think you'll ever consider getting? Are there health benefits of achieving soccer level cardiovascular fitness that not that robust or just too difficult to maintain? I don't know that there's necessarily that health benefits beyond a certain point. Due to the nature of everything you do, being online is too much screen time a concern. It's not something I think about. Oliver, 100% natural people obviously don't have those veins. So what does it have to do with TRT? Oliver, do you see the point? So am I on TRT or am I at unnatural levels? You got to pick one. You can't say both. 1010. Well, most people nowadays call 500 milligrams is not TRT though. And you can't call it TRT. That's called lying, right? Okay. So if you use 500 milligrams and you claim TRT, by definition, you are a liar, because that is not the definition of TRT. How much fish oil? 2 to 3 grams. I get 2 grams of EPA and DHA a day. Oliver's like, you're 100. Well, make up your mind. Am I on roids or am I on TRT? You need to pick one, right? You can't have it both ways. You need to pick one. Do you think I'm on TRT, which is a normal replacement amount that puts you where you were when you were 20? Or am I blasting gear? You got to pick one, bro. All right. Jason, will you ever do knife hunting again or bow hunting? I never liked bow hunting. I don't see myself doing knife hunting again, honestly. I'm getting old, man. I don't want to go trying to chase down feral hogs with a knife at 47 or 48. I'm getting too old for that. 1010, I'm not going to go into people's doses. It's not a gear channel, right? I'm not going to argue about any of that. I find it unlikely that that's what Tom Platz used. Laura says, you're like a cooler and more Jack Joe Rogan. I appreciate that. Simon says, I'm on ashwagandha and tribulate. Yeah, dude, those are a waste of money. Oliver says, eat clean and train hard like the rest of us. Well, what do you think I do, man? You see my food. You see my training. You see my food, right? You saw my training today, all those 10 rep sets on the flat bench, the incline dumbbells, my tricep extensions, right? Survivor says, I never got why amateurs not making vessels would take. They take it for a whole lot of reasons. Oliver, you see my vlogs. Oliver. Do you not see my cardio vlogs? I walk in a 50-pound weight vest every single day outside, and I do a little click of it in the middle of it for you guys almost every day. Do you not actually watch my channel? You don't see me get out pushing the sled down the street either on my channel ever? You don't actually watch my channel, Oliver. Just admit it. You don't actually watch me. You have no idea what I do. You have no idea. Simon says, it's weird. You lose weight and look bigger. I lost 40 pounds and people thought I gained muscle because of my arms. Yeah, that's how it works. STM Trap says, serious veins in the arms. Thank you. Appreciate it, brother. Look at all that right there. See that all natural vein? Oliver over here going to get mad. He's going to blow a gasket. See that all natural vein from the high rep training? Oh, why? Because I tore this bicep 22 years ago. It ruptured. I had to have it reattached. There's my, hold on, my surgical scar. I've got a scar right there from where they cut me open. Oliver, that's not how people use. That's not how it works. That's not how people use this stuff. Do you not know this? It usually goes in the glutes, man. The glutes, the delts. Oh. Survivor, but why though? Why mess up your body? I'm not running a channel discussing that right now, dude. Lars, I'm not going to discuss BPC. Again, this is not a PED channel. Those aren't biohacking, those are PEDs. Those are peptides. I'm very familiar with them, and I know plenty of people who use them. Ooh. Oliver, you are so British, dude. The name Oliver is like, oh, use your bum. Oh, mate. Oh, you cheeky monkey. Omi says, how did you tore your biceps? Look like a chunk missing. Overtraining. Arm bend, too much volume on heavy deadlifts. Survivor, we cut the gear talk out quite some time back. It's not something I'm going to do with this channel. Yep. Nick M. Oliver twist. Oh, yeah, we got Oliver twist down here. Keeps talking about me, bum. I lived in the UK for 3 years, so I'm familiar with the accents and the nomenclature and the colloquialisms. Although they have like a half a dozen different regional dialects, you know. You got the proper Queen's English and then London stuff and Cockney and all of it. Yeah, it does. It sounds like probably a little more Australian. I'm not good with the British accent. No, dude, I don't feel like doing the gossip videos, man. Not really my thing. I really am just about trying to help people put good information out, good training and nutrition info. No, the Brits use the word mate all the time. You still do reverse hypers. Ben, I do them every week on camera on my channel, in the vlogs and in separate shorts. Every single week, you will see me do them on the channel if you watch. Right there on the camera. Usually on Tuesdays, so you'll probably see them tomorrow. All right? Checking some stuff. Hold on. Okay. How often do you, Oliver, you're a weirdo. Ben says, do you feel more glute with heavy weight on the reverse hyper? Yes. Simon says, can I count 2 sets of sumo deadlifts as 1 set for legs? I don't know, maybe. Survivor, I had not seen your channel while. You should consider bringing this stuff back. And I'm just not really interested in doing that right now. Will you eventually start training like Michael Flint, solo training? No, probably not. Why would I quit lifting? Lifting is the key. Abdul said, were you right there? I was typing to somebody important. Oliver, because glutes, you do glutes for the sleuts, man. Do you think field athletes can benefit from doing bad girls, hip abductor machine? I don't know about that. I don't think most people need those machines necessarily. You don't need those to train your hips. I don't think anyone needs them for that. I mean, you can use them. I don't see a problem with it. Wish Doctor says, Jason was wondering your personal thoughts on saunas. Are they particularly relaxing? I know a lot of people who benefit from saunas. Anything that gets heat to your muscles, anything that gives you heat could have some potential for recovery, right? Ben, have you ever had shoulder? Yeah, I've had shoulder impingements. For me, they're overuse related. The best way to recover is to do various mobility work for them, let them heal, get blood flow to them, stop overtraining. I found a lot of band work. Helped. Well, Oliver, he's just calling a duck, you know. If it quacks like a duck, it must be a duck. All right. What else we got going on here? Coach, have you ever experimented? No, dude, I've never been a fan of red drugs. Nick Young, did the dead hangs help with your shoulder? It helped a little bit. I think it helped some. Do you see yourself taking Texas state records in powerlifting again? Yeah, eventually. It's not something I'm currently worried about, but eventually, yeah. All right. Again, there's the veins for you guys. Got that catheter tube running up my arm. All natural vein, just for Oliver. All natural. Oliver, no, of course not. Do you know the records? No, I haven't even checked Exquisite. I may need to look into that. Got that arm veins coming out there too. Got them veins. Abdul, I don't have a mobility, I have a range of motion issue. My mobility is phenomenal. You do look up the meanings of words. Only the nurses, whenever they see my arms, they're always like, oh my God. Yep. Or you wouldn't say if you had. Oh my God. So then why would you ask? Oliver, you're a weird one. I'm just going to let you stay in because you're a funny troll. Sorry, Oliver, you do know I'm strictly taco, no burrito, right? Semina says, so you staying for lean forever now without walks? That's going to be the plan. I don't plan on even being as fat as I am right now at any point again on this channel. I'm going to get leaner than I am now and stay there. That is the game plan. Like, why do I need to gain body fat again? Not beneficial to me in any way. I don't benefit from it. My health won't benefit. My outreach won't benefit. My money won't benefit. Oliver thinks that I'm gay. What's the body weight now, and what's the game plan for weight? I'm up a little bit this week. I'm not going to go into the exact number, but I definitely gained weight in the last week. Okay, I'll tell you, I'm up to 212 right now. It just kind of popped back up a little, even though I've added all this cardio. All right. Mike G, everything Jason does can be done with good training. Now the physique comes from lifting and eating well, Oliver. You must be small AF if you think Jason is on. Well, if that's right, you tell him, Mike. Lars, Jason, do you do vacuums when you train abs? I do vacuums sometimes. I need to do them a little more religiously. Something I need to work on. That funny you said that, because that's something I've been thinking about lately. Now that you mention it, I have actually thought about, man, I should probably do more vacuums. It may be beneficial to my physique. Oliver, I've never done gay stuff. Exquisite Texas, 50 to 54 records, squat 230 kilograms, bench 160, deadlift 260. That's not bad. What weight class though, Exquisite? Lars, I swear if you do more vacuums, you'll exactly. I probably need to. Abdul says Jason is clearly off roids. Should be pretty obvious to anyone who knows anything about them. Yep. I don't have the gear look right now. And I'm not saying some previous use hasn't had some long-term benefits from back in the day. Again, potentially with muscle fiber nuclei count, but I'm legitimately not on anymore. So I'll just leave it at that. Omi says, does your doctor recommend you donate blood to keep hemoglobin in check? No, not right now. Why would I need to? So, yeah, I'm trying to do the clean living, guys. Doing my best. Do you do lots of power presses and other? No, I don't do any. I don't do any pre-exhaustion work at all. Serious size and strength loss, survivor, but I never blasted. Do you think 212 is from body recomp? Probably just some extra glycogen storage. I'm thinking some inflammation, possibly from adding the extra cardio and stuff in. Go Jags. What's the training philosophy in forearm aesthetics, or certain heads emphasize more? No, just train your forearms. I do all of it right now, right? I do extensions, I do curls, right? I do some stuff that does hit the brachioradialis. That's most of it, just my pulling. But no, I directly right now, I train flexors and extensors both. I do it on camera. Exquisite. National records are crazy. Yeah, they get up there right now. Powerlifting's competitive. Oh, no. I'm not going to compete in the 100 kilos. But Exquisite, why would I compete in the 100 kilo? I would do the 90. Bill, I'm not going to get into all that. We don't run that type of channel. It's not a gear-based channel. That's not what we do here. Most of my clients are drug-free. I don't blast these days, so it's not what the channel's about. Let's keep it over to actual training and nutrition discussion. That's what we're about, right? I am trying to help people do natural transformations these days. Look at Oliver. Oliver, you were just so upset. You were so upset. Okay. All right, guys. Not really much happening in this particular live. I'm going to probably wind this one down. I have something else I can attend to at the moment. That's what I keep checking messages for. So that's why I wanted to get this one done earlier. I got some stuff I need to sort. All right, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and wind this down. I love all of you guys and gals. I hope it's been informative. And I will talk to you guys and gals next time. So you guys are veins first. Oliver, you're funny, dude. I'm gonna let you stay.